Hey, it's Joe. Welcome to Noble Strength, the sanctuary of compassion for all creation. Well, I'm going to put this out there right away. The events of yesterday at our Capitol here in the United States was certainly not an act of compassion. It was a deplorable situation that all of us now hold in our minds and hearts. Question is, what do we do now? Let's dwell on that. Let's take a moment, quiet our minds and hearts as we prepare to hear today's gospel. Our gospel is from St. Luke chapter 4, verses 14 to 22. Jesus returned to Galilee in the power of the Spirit, and news of him spread throughout the whole region. He taught in their synagogues and was praised by all. He came to Nazareth, where he had grown up, and he went according to his custom into the synagogue on the Sabbath day. He stood up to read and was handed a scroll of the prophet Isaiah. He unrolled the scroll and found the passage where it was written, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has anointed me to bring glad tidings to the poor. He has sent me to proclaim liberty to captives and to proclaim a year acceptable to the Lord." Rolling up the scroll, he handed it back to the attendant and sat down. And the eyes of all in the synagogue looked intently at him. He said to them, "Today, this scripture passage is fulfilled in your hearing." And all who spoke highly of him and were amazed at the gracious words that came from his mouth. There was a popular bracelet out not that long ago, WWJD, What Would Jesus Do? And I think in light of the circumstances that we are all faced with what took place, that is a good place to start. It's a good place to start, and it's a good place to reflect on the gospel today, which speaks it to exactly where I think Jesus wants us to be. The events of yesterday, again, were deplorable. They were despicable. Many should be held accountable. But let's face it, afterwards there was much finger-pointing and more angst than was necessary. Consider the way Jesus conducted himself, always with grace and strength and wisdom. Even when people challenged him, he remained silent. And what did he do? He went out and reached out to those in need and did it in spite of opposition from all sides. I believe that is a cue for us today, my friends. You see, all of us have a passion. I would say all. I'm being kind. Maybe there's a few who do not, but most of us have a passion for compassion. And we have it for specific groups that we're passionate about. For me, it's animals. For you, it may be animals. For you, it may be someone else. People with disabilities, racism issues, gender issues, whatever they may be. The high emotions and energy that is out there right now with all that's going on really would be well meant and directed towards those in need in the groups that you're passionate about. That's exactly what Jesus was saying as he quoted Isaiah in the gospel today. And they were amazed at him because of his words. But the truth is, his words matched his actions, and both led to a compassionate world. Can it be done? Only if we all look in the mirror and say, that person right there can start today. Thank you, my friends. I always say take this message into your day today. Today, I say it even more emphatically because it's that much more important. I would ask you to do so, and please, there's no downside to it. Please continue to follow me at noblestrength.life. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you back here on Sunday.